Oh, here we go again, part two of the story. If you recall, I was in the process of talking about one of my aunts who was a silk stocking repairer. And now we're about to talk a little bit more about her life. One of my aunts who was working in this very posh shop. She was a repairer of silk stockings. Now, going back in time, her profession or trade was with a large hosiery company in Edinburgh called Monroe, whose trade name was Monroe Spun. And in terms of fame, they were worldwide. Dealt a lot in the knitwear using cashmere. And she and my mother were both inspectors of the garments, having passed through the general trade of learning how to use the machines on the knitting machines in this knitwear factory. She was also a professional athlete. And this goes back to the time in Edinburgh, it would be round about 1920. And of course, money was very short, and she was a very good athlete. And one of her brothers, because I think I may have told you this, but my mother's family was a family of 10 children, which was relatively common in those days. And one of the brothers he was also a professional athlete, and they were both participating in a professional race, and it was called the Powder Hall Sprint. Now, this was also world famous. And runners, professional runners from America, Canada, Australia, all came over to participate in this race. The prize money was very large. It was round about, I think it was £2,000 for the men's winner, and £1,000 for the ladies' winner. Now, this was a tremendous amount of money. It probably equates to over £10,000, £15,000 in terms of today's money. It was a handicap race, and it just so happens that the handicapper was a publican in one of the local pubs in Portobello. And I think he had a shine on my aunt. And lo and behold, she won this race. She was a very good runner, but it could be argued that perhaps the handicapping was certainly in her favour. Anyway, she won the race, great acclaim, pictures all over the newspapers. Of course, what I failed to mention there, that in actual fact, the Powder Hall Sprint was a very big gambling event, and if you've ever seen the bookmakers, the on-course bookmakers using their signals to indicate the different odds, this was a scene very similar to greyhound racing, where the on-course betting is changing the whole time. It reminds me, or I should say, reminds me of that. Not that I remember that era because I wasn't actually born at that stage, but I would think the 1920s was quite unique in its sort of presentation. If you recall, there was all those marathon dance contests in the States, and there was a sort of hedonistic style of life, and this really was part of it. Anyway, let's continue with the story. And once again, in my inimitable fashion, hence the Papillon part of my name, I've diverted away from Tina. We might get back to Tina because, as I said, she's doom and gloom, but a wonderful character. I can't really repeat or tell all the stories that Tina has given us. So I'm sorry about the fact that I didn't stick to the original story, but no doubt we'll get back to it sometime. Hope you've enjoyed this one. See you all again. Bye for now as I move slowly towards my remote control, which is lying on the desk here. So excuse my head as I move over. Nice to have said hello to you. Bye.